Hi, I'm Jewel Veach, Inner Core mentor, speaker, and best-selling author of Ignite Your Soul Magic and Monetize the Highest Expression of Your Purpose. And I'm here to talk to you today about seeding your purpose using your heart intel. So I grew up with a father who chased money and despised the career he was in for his entire career, holding out for that dream of getting a sailboat and traveling the world. And at 45, he did. I remember living aboard with him and my mom and my brother, surrounded by the beauty of the aquamarine crystalline waters in the Caribbean. And I remember sitting on the bow of the boat, dangling my feet and feeling the spray of the ocean on my toes and watching the dolphins swim and play, dance, and seeing the most incredible, vibrant colored coral reefs that you could ever imagine. And I was never so sad to witness a man surrounded by so much beauty and having realized this caliber of his own dream and yet still be devoid of joy and feeling empty of meaning. And I remember him asking me as he was preparing to leave this dream behind, what's the point? And there was a moment there where I decided that there was a point, there was a purpose, there had to be. I knew it in my bones. And I proceeded year after year in my own career as a career practitioner to seize people spinning around, searching for the Holy Grail and convincing themselves that the day they found what they were looking for, then they'd be happy. And then when they started to define and lean into their purpose, that was the day that everything changed. Something ignited inside of them, spark. And seeing this shift occur in people over and over and over again in my career is the exact reason why I've made it my whole mission to help people become crystal clear on their purpose. And I'm here to talk about why purpose matters and how to seed your purpose. It's the spark that drives change. It's the food that gives humans a taste of that elusive freedom that they're all looking for. And I want to share what I've learned about where inner freedom actually lives, right here in the heart of your purpose. And I want to talk about how to seed your purpose beyond something that goes into intellectual and emotional intelligence. And what's beyond that? Accessing your heart intel. Think about it. Your heart starts beating in the unborn fetus long before your brain starts to be developed and forms itself. There was a neurocardiologist in the 90s by the name of Andrew Armour who coined the term heart brain. Your heart has its own brain. It's an electromagnetic field that's 5,000 times more powerful than this. And science tells us that the nerve cells in your heart actually send more messages, a lot more messages to the brain as opposed to the other way around. And then they talked about, the heart intelligence, which goes beyond emotional intelligence or EQ. And the heart intelligence has the capacity to not only transfer information, but it's the source of emotional intelligence. It's the central intelligence system in all of us. Your heart knows how to send signals that grow the seeds of your understanding about your purpose. And to cultivate your heart intel is a way to help it point you in the direction of what you're meant to be and do here on this planet, because your heart is the ultimate communication device. So let me describe what seeding your purpose with the intel of your heart actually really means. I for intel refers to inner core, the very fabric of your inner core. is this internal ecosystem that you have that thrives on the pulse, that pulls you towards your soul calling, that bone deep knowing that there's something you're meant to do here in the world, that bone deep knowing that there's something that's calling you to step up and contribute your truest heart gifts into the world and share them in service of a better planet. The N in Intel is for narrative. These are the stories that you tell yourself, the stories about whether your purpose is meaningful or worthy, whether you're good enough to fulfill your purpose, whether you even have purpose, where your dreams will take you, whether your dreams are even viable. And the way that you talk to yourself about whether you give yourself permission to want what you want or not is going to dictate the direction of your life. The T in Intel is for talk. How you talk to yourself is everything, because words have enormous power. Everything you say to yourself, whether it's spoken or unspoken, holds energy. And the E is for energy, because every single word that you use is energy. It's bound in energy, and it holds a resonance, it holds a frequency that is going to be leaning you toward your purpose, toward the highest resonance of what you're meant to be doing here in this world, or is going to lean you away from that. If it's heavy and dense as energy, if your words hold that energy, then it'll take you away from your purpose. And so seeding your purpose is actually watering it with the thoughts that produce the words, that produce the emotions, that produce the clarity, and that thrive and fulfill that purpose that you're meant to be fulfilling here on this planet. And the way that you use your words, the way that you use your heart language is going to dictate the quality of your life, one way or another, which leads finally to the L for legacy. What's the one single thing that every human in life wants and is driven by, knowing that this life is going to end one day? It's knowing that they've made the most out of their time here and contributed to a positive future for coming generations. This is the stuff of legacy. Your purpose is directly connected to the legacy that you're meant to leave. And seeding your purpose, letting your heart intel lead you forward by watering your purpose, letting your heart build your purpose, letting your heart guide you and bring your purpose alive. It's the lifeblood of who you are. So think about what you're seeding your legacy and your purpose with right now, today. Are you feeding it with quality thoughts? Are you feeding it with quality feelings and emotions? Are you feeding it with a vision that's really, really aligned with how you see this world being a better place? Think about how you seed your purpose in your day-to-day life. What are your habits through the day? Do you take care of yourself? Do you nourish your body? Do you nourish your heart, mind, and soul? And there's so many ways, there's so many small ways that you can be seeding your purpose each and every day so that you begin living on purpose as opposed to off purpose. And you can begin to notice whether you're feeding and seeding your purpose to live on purpose. It feels good. It feels expansive. You'll feel this expansion in your heart. If you're living off purpose, you'll feel a contraction. And your body's intelligence has the capacity to show you the way. It has the ability to inform you as to what's going on underneath the surface. What kind of inner chatter, what kind of narrative is going on inside you, what kind of self-talk you're engaging in, what kind of fruit and food are you feeding your inner core, and what is your internal ecosystem actually supported by and with. So these are all things that I talk about in depth in my work, and I wanted to plant the seed today and introduce you to the prospect that you can seed your purpose the more you come to know the intelligence of your heart, because this intel is everything. Thank you.